tourist attraction for the area. And inside the Health and Sports Center tonight, 10 champions will be crowned from 125 all the way to heavyweight. Good evening. Great to have you with us in Kearney, Nebraska for the NCAA Division II Wrestling Championships. We talked earlier about Central Oklahoma running away with this team championship, and Jeff, they really did do that. Came out from almost the first match of the entire day and dominated throughout and that's why you'll see them at the top of the team standings.
Yes, they are. UNO, or University of Nebraska Kearney, has had a great tournament, but Central Oklahoma came out sprinting and has not looked back.
Central Oklahoma with 5 wrestlers in the championships. You will see them tonight. Nebraska Kearney a distant second, and as we put together the numbers, even if all of the Broncos athletes were to lose tonight and all of UNKs were to win, the Broncos would still come out on top. They've been that dominant in these championships. Minnesota State finishing 3rd. Nebraska Omaha, the 3-time defending champion, finishing 4th, or at least 4th at this point before the championships. Now, when they entered the meet, this is a look at Matt.com's top 10 rankings, and you see all 4 of those teams, Nebraska Kearney, Minnesota State, Central Oklahoma, Nebraska at Omaha, bunched in the top 4, and we came into this thinking it was going to be one of the best challenged team races in the history of the NCAA Division II Wrestling Championship, but I guess Central Oklahoma just took charge.
Yeah, they sure did. You know, University of Nebraska Kearney wins the dual meet championship and then beats Central Oklahoma handily in February in a dual meet, and odds on favorite to win this tournament.
Well, I think it was even it was that dual meet that Central Oklahoma's head coach said really turned their season around for them.
Yeah, I talked to David James earlier on Friday, and he said the very same thing, is that dual meet and getting trounced like that got their team organized and fired up, and those kids have just been on fire ever since.
And it wasn't so much David James going back to his athletes and saying, hey guys, we got to get going. It was the wrestlers themselves deciding to elevate their level, and we saw that all week here in Kearney.
Yeah, from 125 to 285, they've been wrestling extremely well.
So it's time to get going here in Kearney, Nebraska. Let's go to the public address announcer, Todd Hibbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for championship final action at 125 pounds. He'll wrestle for the national title from the red corner, a senior from Nebraska Kearney, Trevor Charbonneau. And from the green corner, a freshman from Central Oklahoma, Tyler Zuckerman.
Your officials for the match, the referee is Mr. Mike Haggerty from Blue Springs, Missouri, and the assistant referee.
So it's Charbonneau and Zuckerman here at 125. Trevor Charbonneau ranked #1 in the nation from Nebraska Kearney. He's a loper, and in front of this home crowd, he's wrestled very well this week. The surprise this week has been Tyler Zuckerman, 18-9 on the season from Central Oklahoma. And Jeff, it was really him that got things going for Central Oklahoma this week.
Yeah, Coach James, he believes that your 125-pounder is a spark plug for your whole team, and this kid is exactly that. He wrestles with a real good attitude, and he backs it up on the mat. He's defeated the number 8, the number 4, and the ranked number 2 man in the nation to get to this point.
What a match we saw in the semifinals with Zuckerman, as he did beat number 2 ranked Barksdale. 1-1 into the final minute, and Zuckerman ended up getting back points to win the match.
Now these two have met prior, with Charbonneau winning in a decision 5-1. Talking with Mark Bauer before the match, he felt that they wanted to slow this pace down. Zuckerman, he likes to scramble, create situations, create angles, and Charbonneau's going to slow the pace down, try to make it a 4 or 5 point match. Here they are. Zuckerman tries the first shot, and Charbonneau blocks off real effectively with the front headlock, and they're going to go out of bounds, get a new start here.
Both in blue singlets, but you'll see Charbonneau with the red bands around his ankle. It's Zuckerman with the green anklets on.
Again, Zuckerman, a true freshman out here wrestling Charbonneau. Last year he was a state champion in Oklahoma, a 2-time state champion. Zuckerman was, and here he is in the finals of the national tournament.
Charbonneau, a senior. As you mentioned, came out on top of Zuckerman earlier this year in a 5-1 battle.
They're just trying to get that head tie. Inside tie position is their goal. Whoever can control that tie will control the pace of the match. Here, Zuckerman has inside control and good position. And again, Charbonneau's doing a good job just slowing this pace down. keeping the match in control.
Charbonneau got here with a sudden victory win over Chris Niedermeyer of Belmont Abbey. Had a takedown in that sudden victory. Charbonneau trying to control the head.
They're both using it. You see this as an Iowa type of technique. Real heavy hands, beating on each other's head, trying to get those neck muscles fatigued. Those types of things make a difference in the third period.
Reminds you of the heavy-handedness of the Brands twins.
Yes, they started that and kept it rolling, and that just signifies Iowa wrestling.
Charbonneau from Kansas, a senior from Clay Center, Kansas. Zuckerman from Lawton, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, another hotbed of wrestling.
Of course, it's a 3-minute first period. The second and third periods will be 2 minutes for a total 7-minute match. Headgear problem here. They're going to get it started over again. I think this is Charbonneau's. This is his style of match. What he wanted to do. End of the first period, 0-0. He's a very tough kid to ride. So I think this is going to be a tight match out there to the end.
We said Charbonneau ranked #1 nationally. Arsenio Barksdale was #2. Barksdale beaten in the semis by Zuckerman.
Yeah, Zuckerman came in unranked and defeated, I believe, a two-time national champion or national or All-American just to make the team at Central Oklahoma, Shane Carruthers.
Well, when you have that competition in your own room, it can carry over into the competition as well.
Well, the history and the tradition of Central Oklahoma wrestling is phenomenal. Coach David James in his 25th year, he's got a powerhouse there and continues to build on it. They've had 5 seniors on this year's team, and this young kid like Zuckerman coming back, they're looking to have a full array of kids for next year. Enter the second period here. We've got Charbonneau's going to take down, and we do have a riding time clock, which is different than high school. If you ride the guy for 1 minute, you get 1 point. So every second you're on top or stay on the bottom is vital. Got a caution, bottom man. If you can break that first move, that's the key. If you stop that guy's first move, you can get that riding time clock going. Tries to stand up, got good hand control, and there he gets away. Just, 4-second riding time clock there, 5 seconds, back on their feet.
So Charbonneau on the board first with the escape, up 1-0. Only 5 seconds of riding time ticked off, so won't be a factor likely for Zuckerman.
Again, Zuckerman, his first 3 matches were 10-2, 10-3, and he had a fall. He likes to score points. I would think this is frustrating him somewhat. And they're going to call Zuckerman warning for stalling as he's backing up there. Blocking with his head and backing up. Doesn't phase him at all. He's right back in the center, ready to go. And there he makes a shot, tries to make something happen. Charbonneau counters it, gets a nice takedown.
Takedown for Charbonneau, up 3-0 here in the second period of this 125 national championship match.
We saw Charbonneau earlier in the semis. He's a defensive wrestler. He didn't make the offensive move there. He let Zuckerman make the move. He countered behind it, gets his 2 points, and gets that riding time clock going.
Zuckerman tried the reversal, didn't get it. Still in control is Charbonneau.
There he's got that scramble going, gets his 1 escape. And Zuckerman, that's where he wants to do. He wants to make things happen. So I don't really think he's upset about giving away 2 points for a takedown. If he can get this match going, get the pace going. He's got a big motor, Zuckerman does. He doesn't get tired. Charbonneau neither. If you don't get tired if you're in the finals of the national tournament. Conditioning has got to be there. But he likes that big motor going and making things happen.
So 3-1 Charbonneau here in this second period. Inside 35 seconds to go in period number 2.
Say the camera's not on it, but the assistant coach, Kevin Freeman, I think he's much fun to watch as Zuckerman, and he's just as emotional and aggressive and jumps up and down. These coaches get intense. They wrestle 10 matches, not just 1. So we got a 3-1 lead here for Charbonneau. Again, slowing down that pace. Can't emphasize that enough. Bauer said this is what we're going to do. We're going to slow it down, make it close, and win in the third period. So up 3-1. It's right in his strategy right now. Everything's working according to Mark Bauer's plan.
Mark Bauer, the head coach at Nebraska Kearney, been there 8 years. This year, his team was the national duels champions. Finished 17-1 on the year.
His team has finished runner-up to the national title twice. They can't quite break that gap yet. Of course, Mark was a 3-time All-American for University of Nebraska at Omaha, his #1 competitor. Zuckerman escapes readily right on the buzzer there, so it's a 3-2 match. Going to be decided on their feet. Whoever can get this next takedown is going to have the driver's seat for the title.
3-2, Charbonneau leading Zuckerman here in the 125 championship match of the NCAA Division II Wrestling Championships. Inside, or just ticking near, 1.5 left here in this first match of the evening from Kearney, Nebraska.
Zuckerman, again, he's been warned for that same type of position, blocking with his head and backing up, so he's got to be watching that. Got 1:20 left. Not really a offensive shot there by Charbonneau, more just to keep the referee honest. He's got that bent over stance. He sprawls real easily. It's hard to get in on a deep shot. Tries a little inside trip, doesn't make it. Does a reshot following it up.
Zuckerman trying to get in on the single leg. Charbonneau breaks it.
That's a sign of a seasoned wrestler, is that shot, reshot. Young kids in the high school ranks, they're just trying to develop that. Zuckerman did a good job, an inside trip right into a shot there, but he missed it.
Inside 45 seconds left here at 125.
Another half shot for Zuckerman. Shot that far away. He needs to get in tighter, set that move up. Shooting from 2 or 3 feet away where you can touch the man is not the way to go. Blues just wasted some time there. We have 31 seconds left. He's down by 1. Of course, running time now is not going to be a factor.
Back to their feet, back to the center. Inside 30 seconds now. 3-2 Charbonneau.
You will not see Charbonneau make a shot. He's going to play defensive here. There he goes. Zuckerman makes the shot. He follows it around. Still, he's going to get back points out of it, too.
Nice takedown by Charbonneau, and that extends the lead to 5-2 inside 10 seconds. And the hometown crowd likes it here in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah, we got a full house, and half of them are Kearney fans. They love this. They're national champion here in the first match. National champion, Trevor Charbonneau.
Trevor Charbonneau is national champ at 125 for the University of Nebraska at Kearney.
He backed up his ranking there. Zuckerman has nothing to be ashamed of. Wrestled a great match. Did the 2 offensive moves. Charbonneau countered it. And he comes away with the victory, 5-2. Good match.
And a happy Kearney crowd and a happy Trevor Charbonneau, who finishes the season at 29-8 and a national title. And Jeff, exactly as he wanted to have that match go, it did.
Yep, Coach Bauer, he scripted that just perfectly. First match they wrestled was 5-1. This one was 5-2. Wrestled right into his hands. People don't think about wrestling strategy in a wrestling match, but these coaches, they break it down move by move and period by period what they want their kids to do.
So congratulations to Trevor Charbonneau. He's with Seth Denny. Seth.
Out your senior year, a championship. What do you think?
Oh man, I'm extremely happy. And now I can't even begin to describe it. It's just, I didn't think I'd have enough to finish that match. And I just heard the crowd, felt them coming. They were behind me, and I just pushed.
Are they partying in Little Clay Center, Kansas tonight?
I hope so. I hope so. I'm about to go.
And doing it in front of your UNK faithful, he got behind you in that third period.
Yeah. I knew I needed to get one takedown and then spin him off. Wrestle defense, turn my defense into offense. That's what I did. Scored the winning takedown, so.
Trevor, congrats.
So congratulations and a very happy Trevor Charbonneau, the national champion at 125. We'll be back in Kearney for the 133-pound match coming up